Hello everyone, welcome back to GOAT Stadiums, and Happy New Year. Today marks the first construction update of 2026, and we're kicking off the year with major developments at the new Camp Nou, as Barcelona pushes toward the crucial 62,000 capacity milestone. With the 1C license officially submitted, the January 25th opening date circulating, and the club expecting €360 million in revenue once the stadium operates at full capacity, the stakes have never been higher. Let's dive into the latest progress across every zone of Europe's most ambitious stadium project as of January 1st, 2026. According to Spanish sports media, FC Barcelona has submitted all required documentation to City Hall for the crucial 1C license. This approval would unlock the north goal section and grant full access to the first and second tiers, boosting stadium capacity from the current 45,000 to approximately 62,000 seats. After 2.5 years at Montjuic, this represents a major milestone toward full reopening. Club officials remain cautious about setting specific dates, since everything depends on municipal approval timing. However, the January 25th match against Real Oviedo is unofficially circulating as the potential first game at increased capacity. The license submission timing aligns with the North Goal's anticipated January opening, though structural finishing work remains visible on site. The Lateral zone remains the stadium's star performer this week. Workers installed 4 complete Lama panels from bottom to top, with 3 additional panels partially placed and still climbing toward completion. These metallic slats are filling the spaces between compression ring pillars, and the visual transformation is striking. The black painted support structures beneath create a dramatic contrast as each new panel locks into position. Lifting platforms are actively removing formwork props from below the flooring panels, confirming those sections have achieved full structural stability. Glass panels staged nearby suggest facade work will accelerate once the current Lama section finishes. This zone has consistently outpaced every other stadium area. The south goal area shows partial progress on Lama support structures. 3 horizontal supports are fully installed and secured, but the rear support connecting to the black beam remains missing. Diagonal anchors linking square bracket structures are partially complete, with welding teams actively working near the pillars. However, the upper sections still lack the anchor points needed before any Lama panels can be mounted. Joint brackets are visible on some pillars, but many positions remain empty and awaiting installation. Platform activity has slowed compared to earlier in the week, suggesting teams may be waiting on materials or coordination with other trades before resuming full-scale assembly work in this zone. Corner zone progress has essentially stalled. Nearly all anchor points for Lama supports are installed, probably 95% complete. But work has paused for days with no clear indication when it will resume. The elevated platforms sit idle. Diagonal support connections remain incomplete, and the damaged floor from earlier concrete work still hasn't been repaired. The bigger story is the second compression ring pillar. It's been staged and prepared for lifting, with yellow rigging pieces attached, but the crane never hoisted it yesterday as anticipated. Workers clearly intended to install it, but something delayed the operation. The pillar is definitely the correct new piece, not the older component seen previously. The parking ramp area is entering final preparation stages. Workers are using compressed air guns to thoroughly clean all iron reinforcement bars along the ramp's lateral walls, removing dust and debris before concrete pouring. The formwork remains in place, with scaffolding crews finishing last-minute details. Multiple workers are concentrated in this zone, suggesting concrete operations are imminent, possibly within days. Once these walls are poured and cured, the ramp structure will be essentially complete. This represents significant progress for an area that's been in formwork for weeks. The cleaning intensity indicates contractors are serious about maintaining the construction timeline for this critical access route. The north goal is supposedly opening to the public this January, but several red flags are visible. Support structures for Lama panels still lack anchor installations. Workers are hammering and preparing surfaces, but no anchors are actually mounted yet. The block walls remain unpainted in sections, and bracket bolts are still covered in white anti-rust coating instead of final black paint. This creates a sequencing question. Will they paint before or after installing Lamas and brackets? The lateral zone painted everything black first, but here the painting is clearly lagging. Scaffolding is being erected around a pillar that still needs reinforcement bars installed. Pedestrian fencing and QR scanning machines are ready at entrances, but structural work is definitely behind schedule. Tribune assembly continues with steady material deliveries. Prefabricated grandstand sections and staircases arrive daily, and workers are actively installing pieces above the cafeteria diamond structure. However, installation pace lags significantly behind the lateral zone. Some sections show only 3 or 4 rows remaining before reaching the 3rd cantilever level, while other areas have considerably more work ahead. Multiple lifting platforms are present but currently idle, with workers visible in scattered locations performing tasks that are difficult to observe clearly. The consistent material flow suggests no supply chain issues, but actual installation speed remains moderate compared to more advanced stadium zones. The construction site shows extensive material management activity. The lateral zone perimeter is packed with stage components, prefabricated stands, glass panels, steel pieces wrapped in blue plastic, and various structural elements awaiting installation. Corner zones are being cleared of construction waste bags, with trucks actively hauling away debris to improve site organization. A concrete pump is parked but not operating. Workers are handling tubing beneath floor slabs, possibly preparing for anchor installations in Tribune areas. One pillar remains in formwork awaiting further work. The sheer volume of stage materials confirms major installation phases are approaching, but current progress doesn't quite match the material buildup. This week's Camp Nou update reveals uneven progress across zones. The lateral zone dominates with 7 new Lama panels installed and formwork removal indicating structural completion. The parking ramp is prepped for concrete pouring. However, corner zones remain stalled despite near complete anchor coverage. That second compression ring pillar still hasn't been lifted. Most concerning is the north goal, which is supposed to open this month, but shows incomplete support work and missing paint on critical components. Prefabricated Tribune elements keep arriving, but installation pace is moderate. Next week, we'll track whether that compression ring pillar finally goes up, and if north goal preparations accelerate ahead of the public opening deadline. If you enjoyed this construction update, hit the like button and subscribe to GOAT Stadiums for next week's progress report. Thanks for watching, and Happy New Year.